Number 107 in the indicator range is Bad News Bears in Breaking Training. We jump on to a year later after the events of the Bad News Bears. Walter Matthau is no longer here, but we do have our team of characters that were in the first movie. Mostly, some have been replaced, but we do get Jackie Earle Haley as Leek, the kind of leader of this baseball team, and he has an idea once they're invited to go down to play this big game in the Astrodome, that even though they don't have a coach, they don't have anybody, they're going to fool all the parents, jump into a van and drive down there themselves to play this baseball game.
Hey, you sure you know how to drive this thing?
Hey, listen, dude, I'm from Van Nuys. I was born to drive.
And it's kind of half road movie, half all about the big game and the build up towards that. And it's kind of fun because we get the characters, but it feels again like it's more just about the comedy. It's kind of lost the thematics that are there at the heart of it, even though it does touch on some of the thematics that were in the first one. This time we get a reconnection between Leek and his father, played by William Devane, who comes into the movie to be their coach at a certain point when they get in a sticky situation.
Hey, listen, Michael, we need a coach. What? The team. We need a coach.
And you get to see the relationship between these two characters, but I don't feel it's handled as well it was handled in the original one. They feel very antagonistic to each other, but they don't really work through their problems. You don't really understand why they've had to turn around at the end to become those doting parent and child relationship. It just feels almost a little bit forced. For the first half of the movie, it really misses an adult character. By having these kids in the van and just being rambunctious and working their way through America towards the place, the Astrodome, where they're going to have their big match, it just feels like they're running riot. But it's not really overly funny. It's smile-inducing, it has some good moments, but you feel as if you want to see these guys getting actually back onto the field and being a team yet again.
Kelly, could we make a stop? I gotta go to the bathroom.
There are some standout sequences when the Bears meet a team of people who just play in a junkyard almost, and they get the crap kicked out of them by these players. They think there's something special and they get taught a lesson there.
This one's going out like US of A.
Devane comes into this movie with a big smile, as he always has, and just kind of owns the screen when he's there. He teaches them all how to be better ball players. He gets them all on the right path. We get to see a large scope finale as they're playing in front of a large crowd in the Astrodome, and it looks particularly great. You got lots of extras here. You get the rousing finale that's undercut a little bit by some of the dramatic elements that happen within the film, only for us to get an even bigger rousing finale at the end of it. But do you know what? It was great to see all these characters back again. Although it didn't have as rich a thematic, as many laughs or as memorable characters as the first one did, there's still that hangover of getting a little bit more adventures with the people that you like, the people that you enjoy to see on this journey. I enjoyed the Bad News Bears Breaking Training. I thought it was entertaining and fun. I don't think it's a patch on the original, but it's nice to see some of the characters continue. Now, I've never seen Bad News Bears 3, so if you know anything about that, I would love to hear about it, because I'm really curious about checking it out now. It's one that I would like to see at some point, just to finish off the trilogy. And I don't even know if any of the actors return in that. I should really check that out. But yeah, from Imprint, Bad News Bears Breaking Training was a really great transfer, a really good movie. It was fun, it was engaging. It's a throwaway comedy movie involving characters that we met and fell in love with in the original, but it doesn't really have the heart or the thematics that the first one did. Still a good movie, but when it's following a classic like Bad News Bears, sometimes you can't just achieve that level of greatness. I'd love to know your opinion on Bad News Bears Breaking Training. Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on this one. As always, there's more content up here. You can check out more of my stuff, hit that like button because it makes the magic happen and it's wonderful. You won't know, but trust me, magic does happen. And if you want to see more of my stuff, or you want to give me that extra bit of support, you can join me on Patreon or the membership program, which would be absolutely amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.